Hey guys, and welcome back to the TC Games Daily Origami series. In this tutorial I'm going to show you how to make this dragonfly. And to make this you're going to need one square sheet of paper. Now to make this you will need to cut into the paper, so if you don't like cutting into your models then I would avoid this one. So on that note, let's get started and I'll show you how to make this. Okay, so for this model we're going to start with a square sheet of paper and we're going to need to cut it down to a triangle. So I've already gone ahead and drawn in a diagonal line. Basically you just cut it down the diagonal line to divide it into two triangles, and then you can make two if you'd like. I'm going to go ahead and cut it in time lapse and I'll be right back. Okay, so once you've cut it, we're going to start with the color side facing down, so turn it over. And we're going to fold it so that the side edge here aligns with the side edge on this side, so essentially we're folding it in half, like this. And once you've got it properly aligned, give it a nice crease right along the back side there. Unfold it. Now fold it so that this edge aligns with the center crease. Once you've got that properly aligned, crease it in. Unfold it. Now fold it so that this edge aligns with this crease. Once that's aligned, crease it in. You don't have to crease it in all the way, you can just crease it up to this crease right here. Unfold it. Now we're going to use the creases that we just made to create a rabbit ear fold. So we're going to take this crease here and this long diagonal crease here. We're going to fold these two flaps along those two creases, and as you do so it's going to create this protrusion right here. And what you want to do now is you want to fold it so that this edge aligns with this edge, and at the same time you want to create a nice pointed tip up here, and take your time with this and get it properly aligned, and then crease it in along the back all the way down like that, and take this flap and just fold it down. And it should now look like this. Now we're going to do the same thing on this side here, so fold it so that this edge folds to the center. It should fold down like that. Once that's aligned, give it a nice crease. Unfold it. Now fold it so that this edge aligns with the center. So fold it up. This time, once again, you don't have to crease it in all the way. Just have to go up to this crease right here, like that. Unfold it, and again we're going to create the rabbit ear fold, so push down on these two sides along the two creases until it creates this flap that sticks up. Get it properly aligned, creating a nice pointed tip up here. Give it a nice crease right along the edge and collapse this flap down. If you'd like, you can go ahead and crease that into place. And it should now look like this. Okay, now we're going to take this and we're going to turn it this way so that the tips of the two flaps is facing us. And we're going to take this and we're going to fold it out so that this edge comes and meets this tip. So fold it out like this. Once it's aligned, crease it in. Do the same thing with this flap over here, fold it out to the left. Allow this edge to touch that tip. Crease it in. Now flip this entire model to the other side. We're now going to go to this edge here and we're going to fold it to the center. All the way in like this. And as you do so, this flap will tend to fold up. Just allow it to do so for now. Crease it into place. Now take this flap and just fold it down. And as you squash it down, it's going to create this shape over here. Crease it in. We're going to do the same thing on this side. Fold this edge to the center. Once you've got it aligned, crease it in. Again, take this flap, flatten it out. Until you get the shape over here. Crease it into place. And it should now look more or less like this. Okay, so this is where you'll need to cut it in. We're going to create a cut that runs from this tip here all the way up to this point over here. So just go ahead and take your scissor and just cut it along the center crease. All the way down to that point over there. I've gone ahead and done the same thing on this side as well. Now grab this entire model and flip it over to this side. Okay, so now we're going to take this first layer here and we're going to pull it down so that this edge comes and aligns with this edge, or at least comes close to it. Sort of like that. Crease it in. Do the same thing with this side. Grab this first layer, start to pull it down so that this edge comes and aligns with that edge there. Just like that. Crease it in. You should then end up with a shape like this. Now we're going to go to this tip over here and we're going to fold it down so that we get a crease running from this tip to this tip. So fold it down like this. Once it's aligned, crease it in. And now we're going to take this entire thing and fold it right along the center crease. So fold it up like this. Crease it in. And now take both the wings and spread them apart, away from each other like that, and allow it to sit straight. And then we're going to go to the front here, and we're going to pinch in right at this part right here underneath the wing. And we're going to take the head and we're just going to separate these two flaps away from each other so that it flattens out and creates the shape of the head of the dragonfly, which should now look more or less like this. And once you've done that, you should have your finished dragonfly. So thanks for watching, guys. If you liked the video, don't forget to rate and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.